What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another crypto night school with the new School Degens. I'm your boy Jawan, aka J Boogie. This is my guy Jimmy, aka Professor Sticks. We talk about blockchain, NFTs, crypto, Bitcoin, all that good stuff. Unfortunately, tonight, our boy Canucks, Courtney, aka Canucks, who's the DeFi, micro, Bitcoin, crypto teacher. He won't be with us tonight. So you'll be stuck with some NFT news and some play to earn news, some gaming news. But hey, that's the fun stuff. So hopefully you guys are having a great night. If you're going to be listening to this episode on Spotify, I'll let you know the topics that I'll be talking about so you can decide, is this for me or not? So I have the other side. That was Yuga's most recent drop. That was their land drop. Crazy. It was crazy. It was crazy, Jimmy. I don't know if you've been keeping up with it or not, but there's a lot of stuff. Yeah. 100%. So I have other side. I have V1 Punks. If you haven't heard of V1 Punks, this is super, super interesting. And I feel like it was a thing a while back, and either you heard about it or you didn't. A lot of people in the space actually haven't heard about it, and it's pretty surprising. And then I have NFL All Day. NFL All Day had their first historical challenge, and I was hyped for that because I actually qualified for it. So yeah, yeah. You know how he got. Well, what do you have for us in the play to earn section of the? Yeah, down bad. Mm-hmm. Yep. Really. Is there any news or report on why they decided to do that? Yeah, interesting. Well, I mean, as we know, when it comes to the crypto market, everything basically follows Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin's down, most likely everything else is going to be down. So I mean, that's, that trend is continuing. But I mean, let's dive into some class. So I'll start with the NFT news. Other side. If you're on Twitter, if you're in the NFT space, Twitter space, when it comes to all this stuff, you probably have had your timeline full of other side, Yuga, whatever it may be. That was the hot topic of the weekend. So the other side had Yuga had their other side mint on Saturday, and they were minting a supply of 55,000 land, which is, I think, one of the biggest NFT drops in NFT history so far. Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure it's up there. Uh, yeah. And So prior to that, you had to KYC because they had gone into business with Animoca, and Animoca is like this Hong Kong based gaming developer company, right? So Yuga is, the rumor is, or what they're saying, because there hasn't been a lot of information on what exactly other side is. It's just all speculation right now, which is insane to me because people are spending so much money on something that they have little information on. And a lot of people in this space were hesitant, or they weren't happy about it because there wasn't a lot of information. And there was another perspective that I'll get into after this, that some of that may be because Animoca wanted to keep it on the low, or Animoca was more in charge of this drop than Yuga actually was. Because if you look at the contract between Yuga and, or sorry, whoever KYC'd at Animoca, like, you don't get your IP to your coda, which is a character that's on your plot of land. And that's what the Bored Ape community is used to. You get to own your IP to your ape, right? So some people don't know that. And I actually read a Twitter thread that kind of put that out there as I forget the name of the punk. I think is 6258 or 6528. We're really well known figure in this space. But anyway, so prior to this, you just had to KYC. If you KYC'd, you're eligible to mint a plot of land on the other side. They're called other deeds, right? And prior to this drop, about a month ago, Yuga raised a smooth 400 million in seed funding from VCs. And if they sold out this mint, they were going to make another 320 million. That's a lot of money, as we know, right? So in order for you to mint, you are going to need to have 605 ape. We covered this a while ago. Bored Ape had an airdrop. If you owned an ape, if you owned a dog, a mutant, that you were eligible for a certain amount of ape that was airdropped to you. So basically everybody who owned Yuga items, assets, had some ape ready for this. And us regular people that didn't own any apes were able to buy on Coinbase, whatever. And you were going to have 605 ape, and you probably needed up to 2 Ethereum, let's say, for gas, which is a lot. And I think a lot of people were expecting that to be the max. I knew some people that were, selling stuff, so they had enough ETH. They had the ape because ape was pretty cheap at the time, and so they got that. And and then before the actual mint, OpenSea announced that they were accepting ape now. So you can accept WETH, you can get Polygon, you can, or Matic, you can do Ethereum, DAI, and now you can accept ape. So for me, it started getting a little like, I'm like, man, like, are they like it seemed like OpenSea basically was kissing the ring of Bored Apes, right? They bowed down, because I also read that Yuga, Bored Apes, make about 18% of OpenSea's sales. And the rumor prior to this was that that's a lot, right? And because like, think about when like people make these purchases, they're like 100 ETH. You know what I mean? Like it's insane. But prior to that, there was rumors that Yuga was gonna create their own market, right? They're gonna have their own marketplace where you can sell their stuff and use ape. So I was like, okay, OpenSea was probably like, we can't let you guys go, so we're gonna use ApeCoin. All right, boom, kiss the ring. So so when this drop happened, man, gas went up to like, it was insane, like 700,000 gwei or something like that for like 3 hours, or 7,000. It was either 7,000 or 700,000. I'm not a blockchain expert, but that is what you call a gas war. And for those of you who don't know what a gas war is, basically it's when the Ethereum blockchain has a whole bunch of traffic on it, and it causes for the gas prices to rise. And what gas is it's what allows the miners, the computers, to mine ETH in order for those transactions, or in order for these transactions to go through, you have to have these miners working in the background, right? And it caused a huge gas war. And a lot of people, this was like their first time in a gas war. This was their first time maybe investing in an NFT. So people are getting hit over the head. Their transactions aren't going through. Say they're spending 0.5 ETH on gas, and then boom, it shoots up to 1 ETH. Your transaction is not going to go through. So I know a lot of people that actually set their gas fee at 2 ETH because that's where they felt the max was going to go, and they actually ended up minting. But if you didn't do that, you probably weren't going to get any land. And someone tweeted that they paid up to $30,000 in gas. I don't know, but that's a lot of money. That's some people's salaries, right? So, this whole this whole gas war is happening, and people aren't getting mint. They're not getting any ape, they're not getting any land, sorry. And then basically, if it turned into, if you have money, you're getting land. If you're trying to get into Yuga's ecosystem, if you're trying to get into the Bored Ape ecosystem and you don't have money, you're not getting in. And that was a big issue for people, because everybody wanted to be a part of the best brand in NFTs right now. They're the best. They're the Michael Jordan of NFTs right now, right? Everybody wants one. Everybody wants them. So that left like a sour taste in a lot of people's mouths. Now, to make it worse, and I quote you, Yuga tweeted, "Hey, sorry, we just turned the lights off on Ethereum." Or they said, "Hey, I know the drop didn't go as planned. We turned the lights off on Ethereum. Looks like we need our own chain." Right? So super tone deaf. Like, people are pissed about your drop, and you say, "Oh, basically it's Ethereum's fault. We need our own blockchain." So now the theory is that this was all of like a kind of like a power move for them to show that they're bigger than Ethereum, basically, and that they need to create something of their own. And I was like, if that's the case, that's such a terrible way of showing that you guys are like big. Like it was almost like you're doing too much. Like people lost thousands of dollars, and they're going to reimburse people if they lost money on transaction through their gas. But on top of that, imagine you lost money on your gas, you didn't get a piece of land, and 8 dropped from 25 USD to like $15. And it started dumping right away. So you're just getting like picture you're just knocked out, you're just getting kicked while you're on the ground now. 100%. So the other side to this was somebody tweeted and they said maybe this, no pun intended, they're saying maybe this was actually not a Yuga problem, but this was an Animoca problem, because they were saying that, and they're openly critical of Yuga. They were saying that Yuga usually has a pulse on the market, and anybody knows, if you know Ethereum, if there's a huge supply and demand and everybody's able to purchase this at once who's eligible, it's going to cause a gas war, right? So instead of like having a gas efficient contract or an optimized contract, those are a thing now, or maybe breaking it up so you have like a week long mint, and whoever's eligible, you pace it out, because they're not the only project that's trying to mint. There's constant transactions happening on the blockchain. So if there's a whole bunch of traffic, it's going to spike the gas prices, right? So people were thinking that it's an Animoca problem, and they ran the actual drop because they're saying Bored Apes should have had a better pulse on this, and they usually do. So I didn't think about that, and that could be the case because they're partnering with a big company, and we've seen major brands come into the space and mess things up. You know what I mean? So it almost seems like a rookie mistake from a team that usually does really well when it comes to these things, you know? Yeah, 100%. And so now if you damn near the floor price for these other deed lands is at like the amount of gas that you probably paid or less. You know what I mean? So in the short period of time, if you just waited and didn't go through all that headache, you probably would have been able to get you a piece of land or two if you didn't participate, right? So the the floor price, exactly, the floor price is sitting at I want to say it's like $10,000 right now. It's 3.4 ETH, and as you can see, like the more bare pieces of land aren't really going for much. Some of them have codas, which are like these little characters, and then some of them have like some like artifacts on them and some resources. Like I said, there isn't a lot of information on what land is actually valuable and why, but what I've been hearing is, and let me find like one that might be going for more. No, nobody knows. Like, let me try and find. Okay, this one might be good. Okay, so like this one's going for a little bit more in the theory that I've been hearing is resources. So you see like these resources here, resources on the land are going to be able to be like mined or something, right? Which is a common thing in like games, right? You can mine stuff. And This one doesn't have one. Let me find one with a coda on it. Oh, shit. Let me see this. Let me see if one's been purchased for a lot. Okay, this one has an artifact on it. So you see that right there. I think that's like an artifact, and then it has four. Yeah, it has four different resources that you can mine, but it's missing a coda, right? And the coda is like one of those like. This one doesn't even have a coda on it, but whatever. Codas, these characters, only 10% of the land had one. And what they're saying is you can actually you're going to be able to mint a coda by itself. So maybe like the codas will have their own marketplace. You know what I mean? But these pieces of land may be valuable because you're able to mine the resources from it, and maybe you need resources to upgrade your coda or something like that. You know what I mean? So I mean, if that's what's going on, that's dope. But obviously you see this is going for 69 ETH, which is crazy to me. And another thing, they had 150,000 ETH volume in one day. I think that was like a record breaking amount of ETH volume in one day. 150,000 ETH. Crazy, right? So yeah. So then can you see this right here? This is my next. You see these crypto punks, these V1 crypto punks. All right. V1 crypto punks. So everybody knows what let me see. Hold on. Let's see the origin. No, see, this is watch. I can't spell. All right. I don't know why there's no floor price on these right now, but whatever. I think the floor price on CryptoPunks is like 60,000. Okay, so V1 CryptoPunks. Now I heard about V1 CryptoPunks a long time ago, like maybe a couple months ago, because I saw somebody with the pixelated CryptoPunk and it had a purple background, and I was like, what is that? Did you purchase that like for like the 60,000 or the 60,000 ETH or 60 ETH? I think it's 60 ETH. Sorry about that. And they're like, no, this is a V1 CryptoPunk. And I was like, what's a V1 CryptoPunk? And they're like, basically, what happened was when CryptoPunks originally came out, there was a hole in the smart contract. So if I were to sell you my CryptoPunk, say I sold my CryptoPunk for 5 ETH, I would get the 5 ETH and the CryptoPunk would stay in my wallet, right? So you would pay me 5 ETH and you'd get nothing back in return, right? And it wasn't on purpose. It was just a hole in the smart contract, right? So what happened, instead of them, trying to fix the contract, I don't think you could back then, because it would require them to wrap the smart contract or wrap the NFT. I don't know how the whole wrapping process works, but I think it basically allows you to put like another smart contract over the original smart contract. So they weren't able to do that. So what they did was they basically sent the people who weren't getting the CryptoPunks back when they bought, and they were giving them the CryptoPunks that we know now, right? So the ones that we know now, the ones that have like a 60 ETH floor, are they're the V2 CryptoPunks, but they blew up, right? So basically Larva, which is who previously owned CryptoPunks, because Yuga, who owns Bored Apes, owns CryptoPunks now, said that, these aren't a thing, like, throw them in the garbage, forget about them, like these are the real CryptoPunks. So what happened is, I don't know who went and ended up wrapping the V1s, but they wrapped them. They have a new smart contract. They patched a hole in the smart they patched the hole, and now people are buying these. They were super low. They started buying these months ago, and now the floor is at 5 ETH. So today I heard in a space, and this is a degen that told me this, or was talking about this, since Bored Apes bought, since Yuga bought Larva, during that purchase, they were transferred about 1,000 V1 CryptoPunks, which is what we're looking at right now. Now, these are sitting at 5 ETH, and people are thinking that the CryptoPunks that are at 60 ETH, so the V2 CryptoPunks, are going to be involved in something that Yuga does. And if they're considering these V1s to be CryptoPunks as well, well, then these are super undervalued, right? Now, this is not financial advice. I don't own one. This is way out of my price range. I will not be buying one, but I'll be following this carefully because people are still buying them. People are saying that they're legitimate because they are. They were actually on the blockchain. They were minted assets. Like somebody tried to do the same thing with Bored Apes, saying that these V1 Bored Apes were cast aside and that was a scam and not true, but this is actually true. So it's something to follow for anybody who's a degen and wants to look into it. You know, yeah. Yeah. These are the original CryptoPunks. These are the actual originals, but it's just so happened that the ones that we see now are the ones that came from the basically new smart contract for CryptoPunks. So that's what I have on that side, and I can't see it right now, so I gotta pull it up. But the last thing that I have is you know me, and shout out my guy Canucks. He is not a fan, but NFL All Day had their first challenge come out, and it was based around their historic challenge. We talked about that in previous Crypto Night School. It had moments from people like Brett Favre, Randall Cunningham, Reggie White, Marvin Harrison, Ricky Williams, some Hall of Fame NFL players. Now, their first challenge was it came out during the NFL draft, which was last week. And basically, you had to own a player from each round from the historical drop in order to earn a pack that came out during the season that you might have missed. And it's a standard pack from week 13, 14, 17, or 18. And, you know, there's a lot of rookie moments in there, rookie debuts from people like Mahomes, Josh Allen, that Micah Parsons, some really good moments that people missed out on. Now, the crazy thing is, I wish I could find it, but so basically there was a whole bunch of players in these, oh, there we go. There was a whole bunch of players in these in these rounds, right? But what happened was Donald Driver was the only, let me see, was the only 7th round draft pick, right? So what do you think that did to his price? So I got a little dapper stimmy for like 25 bucks. And I went and I bought a Donald Driver because it was a pass from Brett Favre, and Donald Driver was a good receiver. You know me, I play receiver in real life. So I'm like, receiver love, receiver respect, receiver. Bought this for $7. This challenge comes out, it shoots up to 90 bucks. Crazy, right? So that was, nah, I want my pack. I want my pack. I want my pack. So that happened, and some other, it obviously caused like the other historical moments to go up too because other people wanted the packs. But yeah, they said that you'll be getting our airdrop maybe by the end of May. I think that they're under promising and they're probably going to send it out earlier. But their drop mechanics, our airdrop mechanics, aren't as smooth as Top Shots yet. So yeah, as far as NFL All Day, first historical challenge came out, and all you had to do was own some historical moments, really. which were super undervalued at the time and still pretty much are. But we'll see what will happen to the marketplace. But other than that, that's all I got for you guys tonight. I already know he is. I hope so. I hope so. And if it is a Top Shot repeat, I hope it's what I didn't get to experience. I hope it's I'm at the top of the boom. I'm not at the bottom. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already know. Uh, yep, we're good. Okay. The tan. The tan. Yeah. 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 Okay. I haven't heard of that either. I love this. I love seeing these. Also, did you see on that website that the other deeds other side was actually on there? So I guess that's and it's the top 10. But I wonder if it's just because of the trading volume, because they obviously don't have an actual game yet. Okay. Yeah, that's dope. It's like he looks like Mega Man. pretty smooth. Kind of dope. Not the one where you walk around and you find Pokemon. Take your time. This is actually interesting. You mean like affordable with the in-game currency, or affordable like if I were to put my own money into it? Interesting. Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, Yuga Labs, you had it right. Crazy. Like the most rare is that like the most rare character is like $100. I saw one in the top left. It was like 103, and that's like nothing. So imagine this game gets more popular and like these are like the first characters that were on it. People would probably find some value in that. That'll be interesting. Hmm. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, that's dope. I might actually have that. I might put that game on my phone just to play it. Like it seems real easy. When it comes to these things, like especially like these Web3 things that are coming out, I always think like, can my mom be onboarded seamlessly? You know what I mean? Can my parents, can my grandparents, like would they understand this? Maybe not, but you know what I mean? Like my mom plays Candy Crush. She'd probably play Farmville if it came back out. So that was a huge thing for people at that, you know, during those Facebook games and stuff. Farmville was ahead of their time. Sending messages, asking for lives. Oh, I can't play Candy Crush. I need 5 lives. Can you, bro? I remember getting those all the time. That was crazy. It was facts, facts. But do you have anything else on the gaming side of things, or is that the game that you found? When did you find that game out? Okay, Dutch auction, right? 80. I think it ends at like 5 or 2. Yeah, my thing is like if you're starting at 80 ETH, is it really to like kind of, you know, make bots go away? Because like all the bots really can do is just wait until it gets to, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, think about it. If someone buys at 80 ETH, like you're like, okay, like I didn't think you were. So like I'd be happy with that. 100%. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I saw and it's crazy because I almost got Illuvium and Axie Infinity. I thought we were talking about Axie Infinity this whole time. But no, I actually saw the Illuvium because I was gonna say, oh, they're doing a Dutch auction. They're trying to make up for the money that they lost, but that was actually Infinity. But Illuvium, I was in their Discord and I was looking at the gameplay. They were streaming in the Discord. It actually looks pretty sick, not gonna lie. It looks cool. And what was their thing? Like they're supposed to be like the Pokemon of blockchain gaming, basically. Hmm. You you remember that Pokemon game for, was it GameCube or Nintendo 64? Was like arena battles? If they What if they come out with something like that for blockchain? Take my money now. Yeah. Like a combination of like the handheld plus the game that we're talking about, where it was just strictly stadium battles. That'd be nuts. And you can start for like with for free, like how like in the handheld game, like you get to choose your Pokemon, and then you're on your own. Like you gotta like figure it out. That'd be dope. Like that'd be dope. Ooh, yeah. Or because then it's similar to like how like in the handheld when like you would go to like it'd be like a water gym and like you go to the boss and then you're going against Blastoise or something like that, and then you win and you get Blastoise. Uh, bro, all I can think about is Black Mirror, and it scares the crap out of me. Like, have you seen the most recent season? It was a dude. It was all like a bunch of them were actually about things that are and it's crazy because like I think they said that they were coming out with another season and they no this was years like 2 years ago they said they were supposed to come out with another season and they didn't want to because they were scared, they were like nervous of how people would react to it because of how accurate it is. Bro, the episode with the two dudes that were going to the metaverse. There's that. The episode with the dude who had the contacts and you can like rewind your memories and everything that you saw. Weird. Yeah. Yeah. And then the one the one where the dude was like he was a traveler, he liked to experience all those things, and he went into like that VR like scary simulator. Do you remember that one where he was in like the haunted house when he was in the house and he was going through like this whole like experience and then oh man, you need to watch that. That one was trippy. I don't. Yeah. Oh, I think that was the Miley Cyrus one, right? Yeah. 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 Yeah, I wasn't planning on talking about this stuff, but it's funny. So if you tuned in late, if you're watching this back and you got to this point, you're welcome. We went off on a tangent, so we hope you enjoyed. But Jimmy, you got anything else for the students out there? Yeah, dude, don't listen to me at all. We try and provide you guys with as much information so you can take that information, go look it up, and help you do your own research. Because when I entered this space, it was just do your own research. There wasn't any tips, there wasn't any, information. I had to go find it, learn through mistakes, and that wasn't always fun. But if you want some more information, you want access to different articles, podcasts, YouTube videos, Twitter threads, whatever it may be, make sure you hop in the New School Degens Discord. Follow us on Twitter. All our links are in our bio on Twitter. Links will be below as well, right, Jimmy? Links will be below. Links will be below as well. And we're just slowly growing an organic community, and we hope to see you in there. Um, yeah. So hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and we'll see you next week. Like, click that button.